play low. Standing in naked, fire your shot. Rather see me dead, babe, or pretend I'm something I'm not. 'Cause I bleed. You say you said it's all I ever had. Lord, I ain't got no doubt in my pocket, baby. Neither do the boys in my brain.
Boots and cats. Boots and cats.
You can't do the vowels.
Huh?
You can't do the vowels.
Boots and cats. Boots and cats. Boots and cats.
That's the only one I can do.
Really?
I can't do the other one.
You can't do baboon. Okay, so context. We need context.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so there's a someone posted on Twitter how to beatbox, and it gave you a list. I guess I'll post it somewhere on the Facebook. And you have to take out the vowels.
Yeah.
So it's words, boots, and cats.
Which I can do. And boots and pants I can do.
Yeah, and you whisper it. You bring it down to a simmer, and you take out the vowels. So it's boots and cats, boots and cats, boots. And you can do baboons and cats, baboons and cats, baboons and cats, baboons and cats.
Oh, that, I guess I can do that.
Yeah.
Baboons and cats. Baboons.
Which one are you having a hard time with?
The sentence.
Oh, one sentence is to be born to be clever. Yeah?
Yeah.
And it's to be born to be clever, to be born to be clever, to be born to be clever, to be born to be clever.
See, I still hear the E.
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to whisper it.
Oh, okay.
To be born to be clever, to be born.
We should get Chad to do it.
Yeah. He did do it at one time.
Okay,
Right?
well,
Yeah,
we
we'll
should-
post that. We can
yeah,
post that.
There we go.
We'll post that.
It'll be the Chad's challenge.
Yeah. And then the sentence was to be born to be clever. No. To be born to be chicken. Too clever to be too chicken. So it was to born to be chicken. To born to be chicken. To born to be chicken.
See, that stuff. I can't.
Then
say
it was
that.
to born to be chicken. Too clever to be the chicken. To be born to be chicken. Too clever to be the chicken.
Oh, that sounds good. Now I'm hearing it. I'm like, oh, okay. I can't hear it when I do it. So I was like, I don't know if this is even accurate. But yeah, now that I hear you do it, I'm like, oh, I hear it.
Yeah, let's hear your guys' versions of it. So send it to us Twitter. Hey guys with issues. Facebook. Hey guys with issues. And we'll post Chad. We'll Chad doing it. Yes. Okay, now start the show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Guys with Issues. My name is James. Why did I do that voice?
I don't know.
I was going to introduce me, but then I was like, I am. Maybe should I do it in third person?
Yes.
Okay.
My name is.
No. I got to say, James Mane's name is James. Is that
James.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Guys with Issues with your hosts, James Mane and Russell Kealoha.
Hello, everyone.
You know, it's funny because we actually have a kid on our team that so I've been giving nicknames.
Okay.
Not in a bullying way, but like, hey, you're really good. And so like our quarterback, I help coach the JV, so our quarterback, whose name is Gabriel, so I call him Big Game. And then we have a receiver who's like, he burns a lot of people, so I call him like Showtime. I was thinking Prime Time because he's number 21, but there's already a Prime Time, and you gotta.
Right. Well, there's already Showtime.
Yeah, but he's not as good as Prime Time. But I mean, Deion Sanders, nobody would. You cannot.
Right. He is Prime Time.
I say retire that name with him. Deion Sanders is Prime Time, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I call it Showtime. And then we have a kid who doesn't really talk, and he's like, he kind of tilts his head to one side and down, almost all the time. Okay. And then he's just like, I don't want to say dead eyes, because it's a kid. But something like that.
I was so moved by this bullying, not anti-bullying thing, that I'm scared to see what name you came up with.
No, it's actually a cool name because
what's his
it's
name?
a WWE reference. Undertaker. So he's like, we just decided to call him Undertaker. And so like, we're like, oh man, you could be the only football player that we have that has his own entrance music.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that'll be so cool. And the team comes out, and then the lights go off, and then boom,
Boom.
and then the purple lights come on, and then you come walking out, and it's like, and then so we're all talking about, oh, that'll be so cool. And then, of course, me being a stupid comedian, I was like, yeah, it'd be cool, but then he stands on the sideline on the bench. He doesn't even start. Or the kids came up with a great idea, and I just shot it down. Oh yeah, but he doesn't even play.
Yeah, but now we have something to strive for. Goals, man.
Well, he has been improving.
Goal setting, man, my friend. Goal setting.
He has been improving. He has been getting a lot of playing time.
Yes.
So, but yeah, he's not the starting five. So.
Like, what do you scream? You bring me the Undertaker. Where's my Undertaker? Oh yes.
As long as he's not badass Taker, he's the dead man.
Oh yes. Please do that when you send them in. Oh yes.
I'll pull up the water bottle. So Mensa is such a good kid.
It's not bullying. It's
Okay,
that is
okay,
cool.
okay.
that is a cool name.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. So
But when
yeah,
you-
it's Undertaker.
It's when you send them in, are you gonna ask for the Undertaker?
I should do that.
That sounds pretty badass. Like,
Yeah.
give me the Undertaker. You know, like in Major League, we're like, Vaughn, give me Vaughn.
Wow,
And then the music hits. Yes.
Oh, that would be so funny. Like, okay, give me the Undertaker. Boom. Oh, okay, that's a thing now.
Hey.
We should make videos, like, cause the kids.
That is a cool name.
So when I before the season started, when I went to Idaho with my daughter Tyla for a soccer trip, we were trying to sell candy for a fundraiser. So I was like, hey, let's make a commercial, which we did
Right.
on Instagram stories. And the kids saw it, and they was like, oh, coach, let me know if you do another one. You know, we want to be on it.
Yeah.
So I should do like that for like Undertaker.
Yeah.
We all stand on the sideline, and then we go, and then it's like, man, it just showed like a clip of or scene of me where my face. I'm like, man, we need to make some changes to this offensive line, and then dramatic turn, bring me the Undertaker. Well, I can be like what's his name? The owner of WWE,
Vince McMahon?
Vince McMahon, bring me the Undertaker.
You bring me the Undertaker.
And then boom! Oh, that'd be hilarious. He would like it.
So
Though.
someone has to be Paul Bearer.
Well, somebody else. Yeah, I'm sure one of the kids can do it. So. That'd be crazy.
Well, that's a good story. Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay,
Okay.
that's the project coming up.
Okay.
Shoot. Yep. That's that sound. That's what I heard as I was in the locker room getting ready.
Uh huh.
Because there's one of those sirens there. That siren with the yellow horn and it spins around.
Yeah.
That's the siren that's at our football field.
Well, yeah.
And it was so loud. I was like, what? And the first thing I did was I went on Twitter.
Right.
I went on Twitter to look. What did Tulsi Gabbard say? What's going on, Tulsi? Help me.
Answers.
You were there for me when the missile was coming. So let me see. And there was nothing. And then I was like, man. So I had to come out of the locker and look around like, where's the fighter jets coming from? You know, what's happening? Where is it a tidal wave? What's going on? Those of you not familiar with that sound, that's the emergency sirens that we have all over the island, which warns us of maybe like an attack from
Of water.
yes,
A water attack.
tsunami. What is it?
Air raid.
Yeah, air raid.
Or missiles.
Yeah, which we had a couple years ago.
Last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Was it
Last year.
Wow, I thought it was longer
January.
than that.
Because it was in January of last year.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah.
it felt like 2 years.
Yeah.
Because
We're almost there.
Which, I mean, yeah, we weren't podcasting at that time. So when that happened, I was I got the it was with the phone alert.
Yes.
So the phone, my
Now,
phone.
okay, we're
goes
talking
off.
about the missile.
Yeah, the missile that was
Right.
the phantom missile that was attacking Hawaii.
Yes.
So I wake up and I hear that alert on my phone, and it's a separate alert that like you don't have that sound notifications
Yeah.
on your phone.
It just said like inbound missile or something.
Yep.
Take shelter.
Yeah, and I looked at it, I was like, oh, so it woke me up, and I looked at it, I was like, oh snap! Then my daughter comes into the room with the 2 dogs, and then she's like, Daddy, did you get the alert? And I was like, yeah. And then she comes into my room, and I hear at the time my parents were in the back of the house. My dad who has a hard time walking, uses a walker, and at that time my brother was alive, and they were outside of the house, in the back of the house talking. They don't have cellular phones, so they don't know about the alert. And I'm thinking like, what am I going to do with these 2 elderly people and my special needs brother, these 2 dogs, and my teenage daughter?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and we live close to Pearl Harbor. We can see Pearl Harbor from our street. And I was like, if a missile's coming, we pretty much
We're done.
we're goners.
Yeah.
We're done. I don't know what we're going to do. And then the rest of the island panicked. I mean, I don't know what you guys did.
I was sleeping. My wife came outside to, did you get this alert? And I look at it, I'm like, oh, okay. So I hit Twitter, looking for Tulsi. Tulsi, save me. Looking for any alerts. The scary part was KGMB, the CBS affiliate here, had a graphic on the screen saying that there was a missile alert.
Oh, gosh.
So a graphic during the basketball and all that. So it was even more scary.
Yeah.
So you're turning on the radio. Nobody on the radio is saying anything.
No.
I
Well,
walked.
it was on the weekend, right?
Yeah, it was on a weekend.
So on the weekend, the radio is usually
like talk
pre-recorded.
radio. Yeah.
So it's nobody's really in the studio. It's the computer's running it.
Luckily, I had walked outside, and I see other people outside looking at each other. I'm like, "Did you get that alert?" They said yes. And one of the people that lived by me was a soldier.
Oh.
And he said, I just spoke to my boss. It's a false alarm. But those 5 minutes between when I got that alert and I'm wondering what the hell's happening, I was scared as shit. And you're just like, That's it. What I in my head I'm calculating how far I'm away from Schofield, how far I'm away from Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
If a missile hit, would we be in the range? And I'm like, in my head, you do some quick calculations. I'm like, yeah, okay, I think we would be relatively safe, or I have enough time to go someplace else.
Right.
But yeah, it was scary. And then, it's been almost 2 years, and now another emergency siren goes off. I didn't hear it at the time because where I work, there's no windows where I work, and there's no windows, there's nothing, and it's strategic for a reason where I work because I'm labeled importante. Oh, muy bueno, importante.
Scared of you, bro.
Yeah. So they don't want, nothing should be happening to where I'm at. So if somebody ran in and said, hey, what's going on? Emergency sirens. We even got.
I was thinking, I don't hear any sirens. I figure sirens would go off. And then, like you said, nothing was on the radio. That's where you're supposed to go. And then I went on Twitter and I looked, and the first name that had something about it was Tulsi Gabbard. And they said, oh, it's a false alarm. Somebody made a mistake. And I was like, man, thank you, Tulsi.
And just to give everybody on the mainland some context about this latest one that happened, the emergency sirens were accidentally set off island-wide on Wednesday, which would be, I don't know what date that is. Not just here. It was actually all of Oahu and Kahului on Maui went off.
Oh, Maui too?
Well, just in Kahului. So everyone's trying to figure out what was going on. And, everyone's storming on Twitter. We're asking, none of the news channels. What was actually kind of cool was it went off at 5 o'clock and the news was on. So they stopped what they were doing.
Oh, really?
They stopped what they were doing and said, we're getting a lot of calls about the sirens going off. They eventually reported on Twitter that it was false alarm. Nothing to worry about. It was from the mayor. And then the news reported it, a false alarm. And then their source was the mayor's tweet. So they put the tweet on the screen. Oh, the mayor tweeted it was all good, so it's all good.
I guess Twitter is like the way to go now.
I mean,
it was on the 18th, by the way, Wednesday the 18th.
Okay. Come to find out, the Honolulu Police Department was doing a training exercise, and in their training, they don't have training equipment. You know what I mean?
Like to stop it, or what do you mean training equipment?
Like, if you're in training for something, they're gonna give you if I'm giving you training on a system, a database system.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let you use the database system,
The
production database system. I'm gonna give you a separate closed environment training system.
Just like so I was at the bus for 17 years, and then we had to see how fast we can go from gas to brake, like your reaction time.
Right.
We didn't do it in a bus. We did it in a fake, like there was a fake gas pedal or accelerator and brake pedal.
Right.
Like that. No matter how hard I smash this brake, it doesn't affect any bus at all. Like that, right? Like that kind of training, right?
Like when they take you on the training on the bus, you don't just first day start picking up people.
Yeah. This is a human being. Yeah. So like that, like training.
Yeah, there's a training. There was no training environment for this. So they were training on production equipment. And someone pushed the wrong button. Even the police did. It was quick. It was funny because other companies or departments were very quick to point the finger at HPD, at the Honolulu Police Department.
Them? Was them?
It was HPD, and we're like, wow, just pointing fingers real quick, and nobody wants responsibility for this, especially because people get triggered easily nowadays.
Right.
So the police chief, Susan Ballard, said she wanted to apologize to everyone. It was a very simple mistake, and we need to do better. Was it a simple mistake?
I can just imagine, like, it's probably like, all right, they talk, right? All right, basically what we have here is this, the button for press when you need the siren for go off, okay? And there's an idiot like, oh, bro, try to press the button. Nah, don't make that at you. I dare you, bro.
Do it, man. Do it.
I give you donuts, guys. Oh, donut. Nah, no way. Nah, they're not even real, bro. Let me try. They're not even real. Oh, wasn't me, bro. Wasn't me. Bro, where my donuts stay, bro?
Oh, what you did, bro? Why you did that? You told me.
That looks like I'm going to get pulled over soon.
Yeah.
You're going to listen to this podcast. Oh, we got to stop these guys.
And then the chief of police said that it was dispatcher training, and it was being done on live equipment rather than training software. And it wasn't done on training software because they don't have it.
Yeah, sounds right. Sounds about right, City and County of Honolulu. Oh, we don't have it in our budget. Yeah, we don't need it anyways. Let's just...
Nah.
Man, mistakes happen. Just wait for the mayor to tweet.
Or Tulsi.
Tulsi.
And then we find out, when something big happens like this, when the missile alert happened, somebody got fired.
Yes.
The button pusher eventually left.
Yes.
You figure in this instance, somebody would get.
You would hope. Well, I guess the person's still in training, so they're still on probation.
Yeah.
They're not covered by the union.
What about,
God, I've seen that situation happen before.
So nobody's getting fired on that. Somebody there should be some sort of accountability for that. The person who didn't get the training software, the person who said press the button, or
But yeah, they're treating it like it's like a minor. Like, so if my child was to commit a crime, they wouldn't show my child on the news because it's a minor.
right.
But I would be shown on the news apologizing. They didn't mean it. It was an accident. But then these are adults. We need to know who this person is. Let's point the finger at this guy or gal and say, "Hey, you messed up, or you made me scared for 2 minutes. What the hell?"
Yeah, I think this one was about 10 minutes. Luckily, the news was on.
Right.
If the news wasn't on, I think more people would go into a little bit more of a panic.
Or we're desensitized now. Now we're here like, who messed up now?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't believe until I see the smoke in the air, bro.
Oh, that's what it's gonna be now, right?
Exactly. So I was like, oh man, we're gonna, and it'll be like a real tidal wave coming, and be like, I don't believe until that water hit the island.
Yeah.
Oh, my feet wet, but I can make it. And, whoa, too high, and I'm drowning.
It's a state that cried wolf, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 times already. Is anybody gonna believe the next time?
Right? I mean, it might not be the same kind of panic like when the first one happened, where people were putting their kids down manholes for,
Well,
let's go down there and maybe get rabies or something, or hepatitis. And, what false alarm? Damn it.
I think that one hit more too because it hit everybody's phone.
Yeah, and the phone. That's what it is, man. See, the physical siren. My phone.
My phone goes.
That's the Bible right there. It's like, the Bible said let there be missiles. Oh, we gotta panic. Mm-hmm. The worst part is that, okay, sorry to go back. The thing on the phone that scared me is that it said, "This is not a test."
Yes.
And I was like, holy dead. I'm dead.
So, what was going through your mind on the missile? You said you were just kind of wondering, like, this is it?
Pretty much, it was like, so I laid back down because I was asleep. I woke up, I looked, my daughter came in. Yeah.
Please let me know.
Huey Lewis is the first thing that came into my mind. This ain't love, baby. Just say so. And the news. Don't forget the news. Huey Lewis and the news.
There was no news that day.
Yeah.
Huey Lewis had no news.
How do you come up with that band name? It's like, what should our band be? It's like, well, Huey's the lead singer. Yeah, Huey Lewis, that's cool. But what about us? We're in the band.
We're big news.
Hey, wait, you're from the north. He's from the east. He's from the west. And Huey's from the south. Huey Lewis and the news. Yeah, we should do our own behind the scenes, behind the music, the guys with issues, because we solving issues. That's what we do. I think, yeah, I agree with you. They should have somebody say, the chief of police. She should come out and be like, yeah, so it was an accident, and here's Bob. He's the one that messed it up. His Twitter account is, if you guys want to send him some memes, send the memes to him. That's the new form of communication now. I mean, that's the only way we get to hear from the president, really.
That's true. I wonder how much memes the departments get sent their way. I know Guy Hagi probably is like the king of the memes in here.
In Hawaii, yeah.
In Hawaii. It's Guy Hagi, the weatherman.
Yep.
Yep, so and we can add him somewhere.
So maybe we should tell people to start sending memes to HPD about this.
I'm not going to. I like you, HPD.
Oh, I love HPD.
Uh-huh.
HPD, you're the best.
The House of Pancakes department.
Oh, okay, if you say that, then yes, for sure the best. Definitely the best.
Oh, man. Anyway, what else is going on?
Let's see. Well, it is today, it's football season.
Yeah.
So I like to bring this up because it affects you, because you're a Raiders fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Raiders fan.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't hate the Raiders anymore.
Yeah.
I remember, like, maybe...
Hate is such a strong word, man.
When you're for your team and the team is like a rival, and you were Bay Area rivals.
Okay.
Plus, I would say maybe 80% of my family clan were Raiders fans. especially my dad and my brother.
Okay.
So it's like, man, Raiders all over the place. So my first experience with football watching as a kid, I think I was 4, was The Catch.
Mm.
And I had a San Francisco 49ers hat. It was a trucker hat. And I was like, I guess so. I like that team. You know, Joe Montana, they won the Super Bowl, yada, yada. And then just everything hate. But I don't know why. But all of a sudden, I don't hate the Raiders. And then, so the reason I bring it up is the Antonio Brown incident.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I mean, it's just another. So we had that experience with Terrell Owens,
Right.
the Niners.
Yeah, but he played.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown did not play a snap for the
Well,
Raiders.
so in our case with the Niners, Terrell Owens, we're like Antonio Brown with the Steelers,
Right.
where he played, and then I guess things just happened and changed the person, maybe money and power, and then they became who they became and went to other teams.
Yeah. Well, but then he went to the Eagles,
Yeah.
and then the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. Antonio Brown went to the Raiders, didn't even play.
Maybe you guys will make the Super Bowl then.
He made a video saying how he was free at last, free at last. Grandma, they set me free. With this whole little shenanigans, which a lot of people think. He never wanted to play for the Raiders.
Just wanted to get that money.
He just wanted to get out of it. He wanted to become a free agent.
Right.
If you become a free agent, then he can go whatever the team he wants.
Which was
the Patriots. And right when he got released, I'm like, he's going to the Patriots. I know it already. And not even 8 hours later, signed his contract for the Patriots. Went to the Patriots for 17 days, and now he's released. Sexual assault allegations, intimidation allegations, and those intimidation allegations were posted on Twitter. On screenshots were saved and posted. So, and now he has no team, and now he's mad, and now he says I just saw a tweet from him this morning saying he doesn't want to play for the NFL anymore. I'm like, oh, like there was a choice. That was your option.
They fired me, but I choose not to play. I quit. I quit before you fired me, so I win. And it's gonna end bad because what money, what I mean, like
$40 million. He lost $40 million.
But what I mean is, where's he gonna get? What's he gonna do? He's gonna go work at the bank or something, or work at the post office, or?
My guess is he's gonna try to go to the XFL.
If that actually goes through, I mean, like.
But he ain't gonna get $40 million.
Yeah, I doubt that. Vince McMahon don't pay that much.
Nope.
Vince McMahon is about the McMahons, the Mac money.
But I mean, what happened? What happened to this guy? He's gonna have a 30 for 30. About him.
For sure.
For sure.
Well, what's gonna happen? Okay, so I think is too much money, too much power, too much stardom. I think what happens when some of these guys because in college it was okay, and when he's early in his career he was okay, but then when you get to a point where everybody says yes to you, everybody kisses your ass, and you're given everything, all of a sudden you think, oh, I'm above everything, above the law, and that's why a lot of
I'm sure he had an entourage too that was just kind of saying anything to him.
Oh yeah, you're the best, man. Oh yeah, Juju. Who the hell is Juju? Boo him. It's all about AB. So it went from Antonio Brown to AB.
Yeah.
So like
that's
Terrell
how you
Owens,
know, huh?
Yeah, Terrell Owens went to T.O.
Once you go to your initials, it's over.
Yeah, I was like, that's trouble. That's how they mark you. They say, oh, that's the initial guy? Like they don't call him DB, Drew Brees, or PM, Peyton Manning. They call him the full name.
Yeah.
So that's a conspiracy. That's how you know if like that person's gonna be in trouble. They just give you initials, like how assassinators or people that assassins. There you go.
Assassinators.
Assassinates. When they assassinate the president, they use the 3 names, right?
John Leguizamo.
No, that's 2 names. John Leguizamo. You made his Puerto Rican name. Oh no, I think his name is German, right? Or whatever. You made his French. John Leguizamo.
John D. Guazamo.
of the Guazamos. But so like Lee Harvey Oswald,
Okay.
is it John Wilkes Booth?
Oh yeah, John. Yeah, Lincoln.
So that's like the conspiracy is like when you assassinate, they put your whole name, like the 3 names.
That's a weird conspiracy.
Yeah, it's math people stuff. Yeah. So like and so now we see that with AB. So Antonio Brown is cool, but AB
is trouble.
AB be raping.
Yeah. Well,
that's the allegation. That's the reason he's gonna let go, because there's too many allegations coming up where he's, you know what I mean?
sexual assault.
That's
rape.
huge. I don't see. So like, I don't get. So if I was a millionaire,
Right.
if I was
Multi.
yeah, and famous,
Right.
superstar NFL player, and I go up to a woman, letting her know that I'm interested in her, and she says no, I know that there's billions more out there.
It's just a numbers game.
Yeah, but hey, NFL player, what? You're a cheap hoe? Let's go. You know what I mean? And because
Wow.
no, I mean that's what you look for. I mean, but then when you find a real woman,
Okay.
I'm not saying all women,
yeah, right.
but real woman says no, then it's like, man, I gotta up my game. Not, you know, and then try if I really want. So like, when I meet women that are like, oh, she's quality,
Right.
I don't want to like try to see if I can sleep with her right away. Because I was like, oh, I like this person. I want to, try to
know you.
yeah, let's start something.
Right.
Where it's
Tell me what your interests are. Who you be with?
what numbers? No, see that's
Things that
that's
make you smile.
what numbers do
to
that? You go call your crew, I go call my Steelers, but like, you know what I'm saying, and start a relationship instead of just trying to, because I mean, in that
Right.
one night stand thing. And so when you get with those skanks, it's just, if that's what you're looking for, just to hook up.
Yeah.
But you don't need that one.
In a Venn diagram, there is skanks and people that just want to hook up.
Yeah, it's
And then in the middle.
in the middle.
So not all skanks want to hook up.
Yes.
But all,
I see
not all
what you're
hookups
saying.
are skanks.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, that's true.
I am the correctinator.
Yeah. You're correctite. You're of the correctites from the hills. So like, yeah, and then that's what I don't understand is like, dude, you have a better chance of hooking up with women than the guy that works at Foot Locker. You know what I'm saying? If it's just hookup, because I'm sure he didn't want to have a relationship with these girls or women.
Right. He always wanted
hook up. I mean, even though you
dip
get
it.
turned on, it's that you gotta learn that. Hey, I'm getting this woman's turning me on, but I don't have consent. That's what we're discussing at school with the football players.
Consent.
Well, the head coach is in a program called Boys to Men.
Boys to Men, ABC, BBD.
So he's trying to tell these kids.
Is there a link to this before we move on? Because we talked about it last week, so I'm just wondering if there's a link.
There's no link. It's actually a program. There might be, because they asked me to help out, and I would gladly. And it's to help out these boys to to understand that treating girls, because they're young, and women a certain way, you cannot. Well, we're teaching them consent, and we're teaching them respect.
How to be a man.
Yeah, and to treat women with class.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's not so much what you perceive, but what they perceive. Even though you're like, oh, I was just joking around, but that might not be joking to her.
Right.
And then so like going up, back to this AB thing, it's like you gotta learn to just say, hey, she doesn't want to.
Right.
Now let me go check out this porn site and take care of myself.
Right. and you know what? If she's gonna get freaky and like that, she will tell you. She will give you consent.
And she's like, oh, I'm down with that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Or she's like, I'm not into that. Then be like, all right, there's a million other girls in the city that you live in, and you can go say, hey, go on Tinder. Especially if you're Antonio Brown. Hey, I'm Antonio Brown, looking to hook up in Pittsburgh. Hey!
Yeah.
Bing, 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 bing. All the alerts go off.
So now he lost his guaranteed money. He's gonna try and fight for it. Not gonna get it. He's lost his endorsement deal with Nike.
Nike.
So now he might have to. I'm sorry, work at Foot Locker.
I don't know if Foot Locker hired those kinds of
I
guys.
think he's gonna sell his own shoe.
Yeah. Now,
He'll be at Ross's.
but what's going to happen is that he's going to do. Oh no, maybe not, because what happened to him and T.O. It's separate, big. Where T.O. ended up going to like all the reality shows.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're the allegations that he's going to have to battle, is way worse. So
Right.
I doubt if he'll be on Dancing with the Stars.
No, he won't. No.
That would be so crazy. Like, isn't that guy that was charged for sexual abuse?
He'll
or
be
something?
on
Trying to get with
the real inmates of.
he's trying to get with Julie Huff.
What?
Well, I mean, she's on Dance with the Stars.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he can come back from this. He may be done.
I think when it comes to sex, it's worse than, or seen as being worse than what Ray Rice did.
Mm-hmm.
Even though what Ray Rice did was horrible, was disgusting.
Yes.
I think sexual stuff is even worse.
But yeah, I actually brought that up with some coworkers with what Ray Rice did. Yeah, not good at all.
Yeah. If it's like levels of 1 through 10, what Ray Rice did was if sexual assault is 10, then 9 is what Ray Rice did.
You think so? I thought it was more of a 11-ish. You know why? You know why? Because you saw it.
What do you mean? Like, well,
You saw Ray Rice punch her.
oh, I see what you're saying. Compared
yeah.
to we'd ever seen what AB did.
You know, yeah. There's no video or anything. There's text and screenshots, but you saw how violent that right hook was.
It was horrible.
So it was, to me, that was really bad, and that's why he's not playing.
Okay.
Is there redemption in that? I believe he is doing stuff for, I think,
Ray Rice?
yeah, Ray Rice.
Yeah, and he actually came back to the NFL.
Is he?
No, he's not anymore, but I think he came back. I think a team signed, but I guess he lost it. He's not the same Ray Rice.
Right. He ended up marrying the girl, right?
Helping the abused women.
Yes, helping. Now he's helping them.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill is that guy now.
Yeah.
Right now, he's the the new Ray Rice when it comes to domestic violence. There's a lot of that going on. I mean, there's not a lot of that going on, but the ones that it's being highlighted are these high profile, and it's, I don't know, man. It's kind of stuff that like other kids see and they emulate these guys, and you don't want that kind of mentality kind of going to them.
I can kind of see that. I think, although I love football, I think because the nature of the sport, and I would never try to get rid of football, but I think it's just that football players, like military, need the training to learn how to deal with their feelings in the sport and then separating it from outside of the sport, or for military guys in battle and outside of battle.
All right.
Because firsthand, so I watched this show on Netflix, Last Chance U, and I see these coaches just cursing out their players.
Right.
Like, I'll cut your ass, send your ass back. You ain't shit. And it's just like, I'm like, damn, I hope I'm not that coach. So I'm not. But there are moments where that comes out.
Yeah.
Where you just like, I don't understand. I tell you like 10 times in 10 minutes, Undertaker, and you're still not doing it right. And then always, or like even if I'm teaching and then they're not paying attention, but then it's, well, for my case, these are teenagers, 14, 15-year-olds,
Yeah.
which they don't pay attention anyways. But sometimes I'll lose it and I'll never hit anyone, but I just yell. And then so it's just the nature of the sport, that sport, for some reason, where I don't see that with soccer. And Tyler was playing soccer, and the coaches will scold, but it's not like for football where you just yelling. Now, Tyler,
I don't think soccer is considered a violent sport, though.
yeah. See, so when Tyler plays volleyball, and then same thing. They're very supportive, high fives all the time, whether you make it or you don't make it. It's get it right back, girl, right back, or whatever. And I'm sure it's like that with the boys and the men too, in volleyball. And I think it's just that's how each sport are. So now Tyler's playing football and volleyball, and I found myself having to switch hats, like when Tyler's in football, I will say stuff like, because then she's just, in her mind, she's just a kicker. She's not the football team. I keep telling you, you have the same rules. If they have to have their helmet on, you have to have your helmet on, on the sideline. If they got to stay focused and pay attention to the game, during the game, you do too.
Right.
Not dancing with the managers, the equipment managers, because the band is playing a cool song.
Right.
So I've scolded her for that.
You're not a kicker, you're a player with,
Yes.
with the rest of the team.
So I've scolded her like a football player. But where I bring her over and I say, hey, come here. And I said stuff like, pardon my French, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Get your shit together. Get your head out of your fucking ass and pay attention.
Right.
Are you here to dance or are you here to play football? And I don't talk to her like that in soccer or volleyball. So when I go to watch her play volleyball, sometimes in her games, sometimes coming from football practice, and then I gotta I don't talk. I don't cheer. I don't, because it's like I know that football coach is inside me, like the Hulk.
Ready to go.
So I'm like, no, just keep quiet. So like the other guys, I was cheering. I was like, no, I gotta manage the beast that's inside. And
Beast within.
yes,
Anger, rising, rage, taking over.
bad call, referee.
Get away!
Hulk smash. Referee stand.
Michael Jackson in Thriller. Like, get away! Ah!
You know what's so funny is that you can hear, they show the behind the scenes and they don't add that roar sound. It's him going. So that's what's inside of me. Oh, James!
I'm so angry right now.
So and I luckily, I guess working with the boys in Boys to Men, realizing, I need to check myself too.
Right.
So like sometimes, like if I'm even driving home with Tyler, and then it's like, I'm talking to her as a football player. I gotta chill out because that's my daughter. So it's like, damn it. So I got some demons within. So I think that's what's needed is the football players or players of violent sports. Because I'm sure MMA too.
Yep.
I mean, look, a couple weeks ago, BJ Penn gets into another club fight.
Yeah, and I mean he's out of UFC now. He's done. His career is over.
It's that animal, but nobody teaches them. Just like how the NFL players or NBA players that go broke, because nobody teaches them how to manage their money, and that's what's needed. So in soccer, of course, they make a crap load more money because it's a world sport, but they're trained. They have academies for that sport, and they're trained on they're taught how to manage their money.
Right.
Unfortunately, some of them don't like to pay taxes, so they get in trouble for that. But they have the money to pay. They go, okay, here's the $3 million that I was supposed to pay you, and here's another $1 million for a penalty, whatever.
If you're one of the goats, I'm sure.
But that's what I think is needed: better training of the person instead of just the sport.
Just to bring us in the loop of how I feel sometimes about the NFL is, you got Tyreek Hill still has a job for doing what he's, his allegations. AB got kicked off one team, went on another team, 2 teams, and Colin Kaepernick still doesn't have a job.
I seen memes, going back to memes.
Yeah.
that he was gonna come back and play for a team, and I didn't realize it was just a joke.
Oh.
So I was like, oh really? And then I go read the comments, and then haha, just kidding. I was like, oh damn you got me with your memes.
It would be nice to see him play. I would like to see him play again.
But I wonder if he physically can, because being out for that long, I mean, and the game has changed.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things, the blocking schemes, and a lot of it evolves, and that's why like a lot of quarterbacks from the college level who do so well go to the NFL, and they just can't pick up, the coverages. They just can't read it, and it's so funny because like schools where the kid wasn't highly touted, like not putting the kibosh on Tua, but and he was in the NFL. Like Marcus, he was amazing at Oregon, but he comes to the NFL and the coverages is just so different.
Well, in his defense, he has had 5 coordinators in 5 years.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. But that's part of the NFL too.
Right.
So you get somebody like, was it Minshew from the Jaguars?
Oh, yeah, fear the stash, man.
Yeah. So like you see somebody
Gardner
like that do
Minshew.
well. Yeah. Junior. Oh no,
Yeah.
I think he's the third.
The second.
The
Or something.
second.
Garner Minshew the second.
But that's what it is. So like even Ben Roethlisberger wasn't a big name when he was in college. Or even Brett Favre either. So it's like some guys just don't make that transition because the NFL is a different animal. What you call what we're talking about, boys to men and stuff. The bullying, it's as always, guys with issues. We talk a lot of trash, but it's all in fun. Mm-hmm. You talk to us in person. You can DM us individually or the group. I mean the page.
Slip into our DMs.
Yeah. That always sounds dirty, but I like it. I like dirty sometimes. But, we're always anti-bully guys. The reason is we're dads. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's stronger for us now than when we were just single dudes. But
because we are dads.
Yeah, but because we're dads, like, it's very important. Like, I talked earlier about a classmate that killed herself. And teenage suicide, man, we really want to, I guess we got to look into this where we can do more, of course.
Help to stop it.
Yeah, we want to help to stop it because there should be no reason for teenagers to kill themselves. It's nothing big enough to make them do that. Where I know that being in a relationship in high school, and all of a sudden the breakup and, so a lot of kids will do that. Or even kids making fun of you. Mm-hmm. That world at your school, that's not the whole world. That's just a small part of your life. Majority of your life is spent outside of school. Mm-hmm. So, like, we want to be your friends. Hit us up. That's why I love working with. I'm not getting paid to coach. Last night
You're getting paid with the love and satisfaction.
There it is.
There it is.
And
Growth.
I took 4 kids, 5, I guess the other one was my daughter, to the college football game last night.
Oh.
And they had a good time. 2 of them got to go onto the field, and they were very appreciative. Of course, they didn't say thank you, but that's what teens do. But as I felt it, I knew they had a good time. This is something that maybe they'll remember, like my first college football game, and when you're out there, try to do something nice for somebody. It can be as simple as saying hello. Sometimes somebody's having a bad day. You think you're having a bad day. It's the person you just walk past them have a worse day. Right. And sometimes just saying hello helps. Hey, how are you? And don't be a jerk. Stay and listen for a little bit. Yeah. So, the guys with issues, we love you all. Even though we talk trash, hit us up, on our Instagram page, our Facebook page. We'll gladly chit-chat with you in the DMs. Yep. You got anything?
No, I don't have anything today. Yeah. I think it was good.
Yeah. So
good wrap.
Yeah, we love you guys. Keep in touch.
Yep.
We'll keep the episodes coming out. And if there's anything you guys want us to discuss, let us know. Slip into our DMs. Yeah. As always, I am James Mane. I messed that up, man. My name is James Mane. As always, I am with Russell Kealoha.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. God bless you and good night.